James came to Monday to visit his mother's brother, Harry Taylor. Jimmy was at the right age to get involved in all the local things. The School of Arts had only been up a couple of years at the time that he came to Monday. There was skating in the hall, and there was a local football team which Jimmy joined. Ruby was only 15 when she met up with Jimmy Rubenach. He'd been a striker at George Adams' blacksmithy, and so they had quite an affair, and they wanted to get married. And Jimmy was enlisting, and Ruby's father refused to let them marry, and of course nobody knew at the time that she was pregnant. Ruby wrote to him. Her mother said, "Tell him that the present you left with me has arrived." Jimmy was quite pleased with that, and they corresponded quite regularly. While Jimmy was overseas, on a couple of occasions he had photographs taken which he sent to Ruby with little notations on the back. They were in postcard form. I think the last photograph he sent showed him looking rather pale and wan, and he said he'd been sick for some weeks at that time. Ruby hoped that he'd be better, of course, by the time he got home. As the time wore on, and he allocated some of his pay to her, he was looking very much to coming home, and Ruby was looking forward to introducing him to her son, Percy. She used to dress him up in his best outfit to see what he looked like and to wonder how Jimmy Rubenach would react once he saw his child. But that wasn't to be, because on the way home from the war, Jimmy contracted tuberculosis, and he died on the ship Karula just outside Perth on the way home. We don't really know how Ruby learned of the death, but obviously she was shattered by this.
I was born and raised just out of Yamundi. We knew the trees were there all the time, and I knew that they were planted as memorial trees, but it wasn't until I was about 10 or 12 that I realised that one of the trees was quite significant to our family, and that's when I really got into the history of it. I just thought, wow, what a great story. Yeah, the song came about because, like the trees, they're just such a beautiful thing that everybody notices, but not a great deal of people understand what it's all about. So I thought that more people just needed to know the significance of the story and the relevance of the trees. I'd like people to have a listen to the song and listen to the lyric and just understand what all those people did do and what they lost and what we gained.
They planted beautiful trees in Yamundi to honor our fallen young men, rising so high into the sky. You'll notice them as you pass by. Those beautiful trees in Yamundi, standing so proud just like them. Oh, personal meanings, emotional feelings, you'll either smile